In this video, we will be playing with the S3 resolution and focusing on a particular area of interest. Now next, we will be going to the next part of our notebook, which is the H3 aggregation and mapping. So the NESP dataset product is aggregated over large regions and time periods. So it is very useful in order to aggregate this data on a map and analyze it in more details. For that, we are using H3 indexing. So H3 is a very useful library which was created by Uber, and it just these are hexagons which covers the whole earth and doesn't have any overlaps or gaps while in order to cover the whole area on the earth. So it's very efficient when analyzing the data set which you wanna load. So you can use this. So we are using this S3 indexing in order to analyze our spatial data for AMSA as well, and then we will be visualizing that using Pydeck. So for the AMSA dataset, first we will be aggregating the data on resolution 8, which is the H3 index that we created, and on event date, which is for per year, and we will be saving this data for each year with a number of records aggregated. And we are using over here engine as streaming so that it just loads the data in chunks and keeps on aggregating it. So over here, after creating this data frame for every year and on every S3 index, aggregating for the total number of records, we will move ahead with visualizing this data. So in this function, we will be generating map for this data frame after filtering it on a particular year, which we will be passing when calling this function. So this function will be generating our map for after filtering out the above data frame for that particular year. Here we have that filter, and then we are defining our in quantiles 10, which will be useful in creating layers. So we are using again this function from the utility library, where we will go into this in more details. You can have a look over there, but just a brief over here that we will be dividing our map into 10 buckets, you can say, where each bucket will have its own intensity or density of the vessel in that particular area, and it will cover the whole map beautifully and show every area in different colors, where you can say the less color that particular area has, it has less in density, while the more color it has more density, you can say. So our whole data set will be divided into n quantiles, and then we are using view state again from the utility, which will be centering our map to the particular latitude and longitudes, so that we can center our map to the area where our visualizations are. And then we are just creating a object here, passing the layers that we created, the view state of that particular map, and the map style, which means the background. And here you can see we have a tooltip defined. So this is when you hover over a particular index, you can see some pings and the total number of records that we will be passing to it. So now we are just returning the display. So if we see how this works, we have called this function over here, which with the data frame that we defined earlier in this step, and for that particular year. So you can have a look at this map. If you hover over it, you can see different vessel trends over here, and different number of pings. So you can use control and just play with this map to zoom in, zoom out if you want. Similarly, we have calculated for 2024, and you can see as we move from 2012 to 2024, our vessel activity has increased, especially in this area, and we have more activity around this part of Australia from as we saw in 2012. We can also use this H3 aggregations in order to have analysis for a particular region. In this notebook, we will be doing it for Sydney Harbour, but you can pass your own H3 indexes, which are your own lats and long boundaries, and can have your own region value calculated. So over here, we have created another temporary spatial data frame using the lazy frame that we defined earlier, and we are selecting the columns lat long and event date. So the reason for selecting lat and long here is because now we will be using different resolution to analyze a particular area, which is like Sydney Harbour. So the resolution 8 covers approximately 0.74 kilometers, and we will be moving to more, we will be increasing the resolution in order to have more better analysis of a particular area. So after creating this data frame, then we have this function created where we are passing this data frame that we defined above, analysis for the year that we want to do, the H3 resolution. By default, we have kept it as 9. You can change it as per your need, and then you can pass your own latitude and longitude values. By default, we have kept it as per the Sydney Harbour region. So in this graph, in this function, we have used some initial filters where if basic filters where your maximum latitude should be less than your minimum latitude, and similarly for your longitude as well, so that you don't pass any wrong values. And over here, then we are creating a data frame where we will be filtering out the above data frame for the regions of between that bounds of Sydney Harbour for now, the target year, and then here we will be creating H3 index on that particular resolution, and we will be aggregating the number of records over here. So if suppose there is no vessel activity in that area and the height is 0, it will just return the value by logging that no data was found. Otherwise, it will just do the same steps as we did for the previous one, where we are just creating n quantiles, using n quantiles as 10, and then creating layers on top of it, and then again using the generate view state in order to focus on a particular vessel activity, and then we are returning this Pydeck object. So here we have done it on resolution 12 and for 2016, keeping the Sydney Harbour bounds as it is. And here our map looks like. You can zoom in and have more analysis into the vessel activities for this area. This is the same, but just for year 2024.